The rustling of the waves is ceaseless, but even an eternity has lulls. A drop in the wind, a quieting of beasts, a pause in the drone of mantras and mantis wings. It's at this time that those that you can hear the heartbeat of the sea, a creaking not of branches or ship hulls, but of the iron roots themselves, thrumming with near silent life, sap and kerosene. And if you sit up late often enough on deserted decks and empty jetties, often enough that you learn to tune out even that creaking heartbeat, there's something else beneath it, a deep layer, not topographical, not quite spiritual, something wild, untamed, narrative in nature. It's a sea of leaves and blood and salvage, but it's also a sea of stories. Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We are going to be playing the WILDSEA, a game set 300 years after some apocalyptic disaster that led to the trees consuming the ocean, the deserts, the cities, and almost the mountains. It is, however, a positive apocalypse as people of this world can now sail across a verdant sea of trees on chainsaw or other, as you'll see our ships. WILDSEA was written by Felix Isaac with the art by Pierre Demet, sorry again about sounding French, and published by MythWorks. This is a dice pool building game with D6s. And uses tracks to represent time, resources, and characteristics. This game doesn't use health points, but instead will take away a skill or a sense or a characteristic, or even add a negative effect to some actions instead. You may get injured, but death is up to the players as a narrative end and not a mechanical one. In this game, only a 6 is a true success on a d6, or a triumph as they're called. A 5 or 4 is a conflict, success with a drawback, and 3 to 1 are disasters. If someone rolls doubles, then those are twists, which is an unexpected outcome that we as a group come up with, so it's not just on me. Finally, there are cuts or impacts, where a cut is removing your highest roll, and an impact is how effective your action is, which adds more damage or more tracker blips. Also, I was listening to an interview with Felix on the Many-Sided Media channel, and apparently I should be cutting 30 to 50% of the rolls that you get, so you're welcome. Our players will be playing wild sailors, part of a crew cutting their way across the island-studded wilderness of the Treetop Sea on their very interesting vessel, dubiously called the Vomitorium. If the players want to change or add their ship, they can actually trade, buy, or recover ship components and build it up over time. Even rooms can be acquired like this. It's a bit like Lego. We will be starting with the one-armed scissors scenario, which is a starter campaign to help us get into the rules. And as a quick note, we are going to try using Alchemy VTT for the first time. We are still learning it, so please be nice and gentle. There may be a few bumps here and there. Now, let's meet our sailors of the Verdant Sea. Let's start with left, which I'm hoping I'm pointing the right direction. Alex. And work our way around. Players, please introduce yourselves, your pronouns, who you are playing, and tell me one unusual thing you have eaten and where. Alex, make sure to unmute yourself.
Yeah, just had to make sure. All right. Hello. My name is Alex, and I'm playing Flippyn Piite. He's an Ektus, a steep Ektus, and the one unique thing that I've eaten, I think, oh man, I guess like eel in Japan.
Okay. Eel in Japan, fun. Jeff.
Okay, I'm Jeff, he, him. I am playing Killhook, or Killhook, who is a Gal hunter. And we'll get into him more later. In terms of weird stuff I've eaten, from Florida, so I've eaten gator, rattlesnake, stuff like that.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
I have had eel. I've not had either of those.
Yeah. I don't recommend gator meat. It's not great. It's a little tough.
I'll take your word.
A little
I
tough.
think I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
All right. My tray.
I am playing Issa, the Ketra Augur Shankling, and my three pronouns are she, her. My character's pronouns are also she, her. The weirdest. I eat like basically anything, and But I can't think of anything. I guess the most like non-grocery store food I've had is horse meat.
Oh, that is
It's
weird.
like
Yeah.
super salty. It's very salty and apparently quite Dutch. So I imagine if there are people from Holland around, maybe they have also had horse food.
True. Well, apparently a lot of people that went to IKEA got horse meat for a while, if you remember that scandal.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, IKEA was selling horse meat meatballs.
Is this confirmed, or
not-
is this one of those myths?
Is this a Canada thing, or is this like a global IKEA thing?
It was in the news, so it's confirmed-ish. It was our news, so it might be a Canada thing. Google it. Derek.
Yes. I am known as Derek. The character that I'm playing is an Ironbound named Apotheosis. In the spirit of what we literally just talked about, Kipster, the food question I thought was pertaining to my character, which made me laugh. So knowing that it's actually about me, the weirdest thing that I've ever eaten is something I made myself and my friend in high school, Gabe, a pepper sandwich.
And what is in a pepper sandwich?
It was like one of the first times that Gabe came over to my house, and I don't honestly know what possessed me to do this, but I just got 2 pieces of like Wonder Bread, shook some pepper on it, like from the pepper shaker, put them together, and I'm like, there you go. And we ate them. And he didn't refuse because Gabe's the most polite person ever. So, yeah, that's something we reminisce on.
Yeah, I can confidently say I've never tried a pepper sandwich
Don't knock it till you try it.
in my life. I think I will. That being said, my name is Kipser, she, her, and I will be your firefly this evening. The weirdest thing that I've had, which maybe even my tray is going to be shocked about, is bull penis in Italy. I full on had, it was cut up in strips. They fed it to us as a family. Bull penis, and it was very chewy. Would not recommend.
Wild.
Serious question.
Mm.
Do they... Never mind. I guess it would have to be flaccid. I was going to say, was this flaccid or was this turgid when it was sliced? But I guess
It
would
was
have to be.
cut up in strips.
Yeah, but...
So
Yeah.
you said
In sauce.
you said the texture was chewy? Like
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Like was it like a muscle? Like because it's supposed to be like you know.
No, it did not take.
So
It was not
many
like a muscle.
questions,
No, it's so the
none
corpus...
of which are appropriate for stream.
I know. You
The-
guys have to be careful. We're on stream right now. You can't ask me all the questions.
No, to answer Alex's question, I remember this from a class that I took. A common misconception is that there's a lot of muscle. There really isn't. I think the 2 tissues are corpus cavernosum and corpus spongium are like the 2 tissues that make up the
Education.
So are you saying,
all I
Derek, that
remember.
you... So, Derek, are you saying then that when you go to the gym, you skip penis day?
Yes.
It's my stream, so I can do whatever I want.
Oh dear.
I'm so proud of
All
that.
right.
Penis
Yeah.
WILDSEA, everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
WILDSEA. Welcome to the WILDSEA, where you will be eating very unusual things, as there's all sorts of new insects that are cut up like steaks or fruits to try. And I'm sure we'll get. I'm sure I'm about to get peppered with questions once the stream ends about
Peppered?
wolfiness that are. Anyway, bringing us back on track. Before session, we did do some unsetting questions before the game, which I'll probably interweave into some of the scenarios. But to help build our characters up, because we just did session 0 off stream, I wanted to talk and ask the crew some character questions. So as they said, we have a jellyfish, a cactus, a ship, and a mushroom as our player base. You guys are all a little green in terms of your years of sailing, young gun sailors. Who on this ship has been here the longest, do you think?
I am a ship.
You are a ship, but you're not this ship necessarily.
I
Do you think...
envision Killhook as like old, but not necessarily. He doesn't have to be here the longest. So if somebody has a claim to that, I would defer. But I think of him as like an older salt in some ways.
Yeah. A lot of hunting experience, but new maybe to ship work.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. So do we think Killhook, Killhook was the one that has been on this ship the longest out of the 4 of you? We're on agreement? Yeah?
I would agree.
All right. Then, Jeff, who do you think Killhook either came on the ship with? Who was maybe their friend beforehand, or who they recruited onto the ship next?
Oh, that's a good one. Let me see. Definitely not Apotheosis, and Derek knows why. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So maybe Issa? Yeah, I think Issa, because Issa, you're playing one of those. You're playing one of the ecru. No, not the ecru. The ones that are like the under.
Or basically bipedal jellyfish.
Yeah,
and they're like from like below, kind of.
Yeah,
and I feel like
the sea, and she very specifically wants to be out of the sea, and so it makes sense. That's why she's shankling.
I think
and an auger.
Well, Killhook is submerged. That's his origin. So he has spent time like beneath in like various whatever. So maybe that way. So maybe you and I have met somewhere beneath, and that's how we journeyed up to.
I love that.
Yeah. So maybe you guys came up and joined a ship around the same time. All right. Issa, who then do you think was recruited after that? Who would you have pulled in or thought that the ship was missing next? Just as a reminder, Derek is playing a Crash, which would have been a fighter, and Alex is playing a Steep, which is more like vibes based.
So I'm always here for vibes. So Pete, obviously.
This 2026. We've got a vibe coder on our crew.
To be fair, we've got 2 people that are very physical and 2 people that are very vibes. Yes, we're vibes.
I'm very vibes.
Your navigator, who's Issa, also very vibes based.
I'm very vibes based.
Very fun. This is going to be really fun. Okay. So, Alex, you were the 3rd person recruited to this ship. Obviously, you then decided to recruit Apotheosis. Why do you think or how do you think you met Apotheosis?
Well, I imagined, Piite or Flippin' Piite to be like very true to his bloodline roots, which is like being a wanderer, and then and being a Steep also helps with that. So I would just say that like he was like one of like I want to say he got onto the crew at the same time as Apotheosis. And
okay, yeah.
He met him. I want to say, man, I want to say like in our last job, like which was or in the last group, like very briefly, like it was like something simple, but I don't want to like dig too deep into that. But like I want to say that like we know each other like more
Crash
like
the
as
party.
like acquaintances, more like acquaintances than like
Okay, so you kind of just saw him and knew him and kind of pulled him onto the ship with you by like kind of pushing him up as the option for somebody the crew was maybe looking for.
like I knew a guy, and then like Apotheosis.
Sure.
It's like every Ocean's 11 setup. I know a guy.
I know a guy. All right. And Derek, what do you think made Apotheosis want to become a wild sailor?
I think that it's one of those innate calls. If I, you're already pushing my lore, how much I remember of the lore. If I recall correctly, I am a soul that refused to move on and essentially like came back in like parts of the ship. So it's just one of those like innate, I don't know why. Yeah, it's just like one of those things you can't explain. It's just that internal drive. And so for a while, as a Crash, I just like exploring artifacts and delves or doing delves. That's a WoW reference, sorry. And just like breaking
No,
things.
you do delves in this game too.
I
That's
know,
still a good
but
word to use.
The new WoW season just came. Anyway, don't keep me focused. Anyway, he was doing the Crash stuff for a while, really enjoying it. But then there's just a call to the sea. And so he's like, all right, it's time to get back into it.
All right. And this is a question for all four of you. What is a story people tell about your ship? And I'll describe your ship very shortly for everybody else.
Well, given our origins, right? Like of the ship, because the one that we chose was like the Leviathan heart carcass thingy, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Maybe
then
something
the
with that.
ribcage, like
Yeah. Do we want to do
So
something like with that?
yeah. I was
Maybe.
thinking of something like, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was like thinking of something that like it literally breathes. If you like look at it long enough, it seems like it breathes. You can tell like
that's a good.
Yeah, just
you
that's a good
swear that it's
story.
breathing.
A little,
you know?
yeah. Oh, I like that.
That is a good one. All right. So with that, we kind of have a web of people knowing each other and pulling each other onto this ship. And you guys have been sailing for a little while, but it's spring, a time of great bounty for harvesting fruit from the ironroot trees, normally for you. However, you find yourselves adrift, lost at sea after a nasty root quake that tossed you into the unknown weeks ago at this point. You find yourselves in a pale green canopy sprinkled with ripped up bits of paper. Your ship, a ghostly pale white thing with its ribs showing that can flex atop the thrash and tangle like a fish, and yet a large maw that appears at the front of it as if it's got lamprey teeth that can grind up everything in front of you. And looking behind, normally you can see the sea knitting itself back together behind you, but nothing is moving right now. The Leviathan heart at the center of your ship, around which you built all your rooms, beats slower than you have ever seen it. The Leviathan ship seems to be sick, and you have been trying to find a cure for a few days now. No tea, nor hammer, nor hunter game has helped. With some study, however, you have found that one of the braces for the pulmonary artery is missing, which attaches to the rest of your ship. You have sent out a signal flag up the mast for aid and have been releasing bursts of chemical light every 6 hours or so. And you finally see a ship on the horizon coming quickly towards you. Where do you guys think you would be on the ship right now?
Admiring the cannon that we have.
Admiring the cannon that you have? Yes.
Forget the poison-based one.
The vomiting.
Yeah.
Just to paint a clear picture, the Vomitorium, dubbed the Vomit for short, sometimes by the crew who sail it, has beautiful ghost oak wood paneling with a Leviathan bone structure around the outside. It is normally run by a Leviathan heart that appears to be slightly damaged at this time, and they do have a mulcher to help propel them forward, which allows their movement, though they did choose they've got 4 on their flex. They did take a flexible small ship. And then they do have a lovely, where is it that I'm looking for? Viper's Tooth, which we are reflavoring to be acid reflux from their Vomitorium. And a winch claw for the Leviathan to try to attack from its claws on the side, I believe is what we're going for. So you are admiring your acid reflux or your winch claw?
The acid reflux.
Acid reflux. Okay, so you are prepared for combat in a way. Yas, Killhook, or Flippin? What do you guys think you would be doing?
Isa is right at the front, like at the prow, like, and she's like listening for something. She's constantly trying to hear voices, and she's straining to hear one now.
Okay. Issa is doing woo vibe stuff.
Yeah, no, she's totally
ship.
vibing at the front of the ship.
Killhook or Flippin?
Killhook, he's down in the butchery where he's got his apron on and it's smeared with all sorts of different ephemera, you know. He's got his hooks and his cleavers, and he's a big rotund fungal man, but he's got a big chunk of his blooming head is just missing, like it's been bitten off by something. And he is absolutely, utterly enjoying the process of just dismembering whatever this scorpion-like creature was that he happened to fish up earlier, and he's ripping it to shreds, breaking into it like it's some sort of present that he was gifted. It was wrapped up in fancy things, and he's seen what's inside of it. And he's just cackling away.
Does his apron say kiss the cook?
Yes, it does, in fact. It does. But you can't see it because blood's covering everything. Yeah, but it probably did if you could read, which you can't, unless you can. It's hard to say.
It depends on the language.
Yeah.
Great. Jeff, would you like to do the first roll, considering what actions you're doing and what you described? Would you like to do the first roll? Now, I'm going to ask for an instinct, and I believe you have hunting as one of your skills. Yes, of course. So I'm hoping for an instinct hunt, and then something, if you have any anything else that you think would give you an advantage on sort of a hunting instinct kind of roll, if you feel what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So I have instinct. That's correct. I have 2 pips in hunt, and I think we can only grab like 1 skill, right? So only 1 skill would probably help us. All right. So I got the 2 pips in hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got your edge and your skill for a total of 3 dice, but you would maybe get an advantage from an item or resource that you have. I
have a butchery kit. So I actually have a butchery kit. That is one of the things I picked for my post. So I can butcher dangerous specimens without risk or cutting for difficulty and increase impact when gathering resources from a creature you hunted.
I, in this instance, will give you an advantage for this one. So if you can click on either manually roll, if you have 3 dice, 3d6 next to you,
I just don't know how to roll it yet, but I'll give it a try if you want me to do it in alchemy. I'm happy to try.
And in alchemy, if you click on the little white leaf symbol on the bottom middle and then click advantage 3 times, that should give it to you.
All right.
ADV 3 times.
Okay. All right.
And then click the roll. Beautiful.
There we go.
6, proper triumph. So as you're taking apart this lesser creature, maybe you'd pulled it up with your crane or your bow, you think about what things that you've seen out on the wild, and your hunting instincts had kind of kicked in while you were hunting this thing. There's a lot of pine wolves around that don't usually, like, this is a new area for you guys, but the pine wolves in your region seem really active, and your instincts kind of click up because they're a predator. They hunt you as easily as you hunt them, and they are all over the WILDSEA.
They certainly try to.
They do.
Yeah. Remains to be seen if they can hunt as good as kill.
Yes. So as you're taking apart this, you're thinking about future hunts, about the fact that the pin wolves are active in this region more so than anything.
Get me some dog. I heard they're fond of rip apart. Yeah. He says to no one in the room, just to himself. Yeah. After you, I'm getting me a wolf. Yeah.
This is why the butchery is separate from the rest of the rooms.
He doesn't clean anything up ever, either. It's just piling up refuse and things. Because he's fungus and he doesn't care. He just absorbs it or something. Subsumes.
Well, I mean, your ship is a possibly near living, near breathing Leviathan. Maybe there's a stomach area in the butchery that you just shuffle things into a pile of stomach acid and watch it get absorbed in there. A way of feeding your ship, and you will.
That sounds like a good old... Maybe that's why it gets acid reflux. I don't feed it the best bits. I feed it the worst bits. Yes.
Yeah, that would give it acid reflux. All the worst bits, and all the bones and things that don't easily get absorbed into the ship. Flippin, how about you? Where do you think you're currently at?
I think I would be. I think Flippin would be in the galley making some tea, doing what he does best.
You've got a lovely, like, long stone table in here, and you've got some chemical heating pads that allow you just to steep this water and tea. Are you making any specialty or just standard tea right now?
I think standard tea.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are kind of here and thinking about this, and there's a ship coming possibly to help you as you have been stuck here for a few days, eating whatever Killhook has pulled from the waves for you, and you hopefully he doesn't just give you the bad bits as well.
What? I'll give Issa the best bits. I'll give Pete. Yeah, he gets okay bits. Apotheosis. Isn't he like a door frame? Does he even need bits?
Actually, no, I don't. I have that as one of my things I don't have to eat if I don't want to.
So I don't give him nothing but dirty looks.
Oh dear. And Killhook, you and Issa are in a way, even though you're in separate parts of the ship, remembering when you had gotten here the first time, and you'd been at a used ship lot, and some Gao trader had been brass tongue talking you into trying to buy this ceramic ship, extra large. You can get all your patrons in here, and you get all that Phil stuff. Look, it's a mighty fine ship here, and you can kind of see somewhere in the distance this pale thing that maybe Killhook marks, this white marks to you more than other ships do. A little smaller. Now, you're sure it's a good mount? You just give me a good number of resources, and this good ceramic beauty's all yours. What do you say? Take it here.
No.
Sir, I promise you, this ship will get you everywhere you need to go.
No,
ma'am, please.
What do you
I think
think?
we need to look at it some more. I think we need to feel it. I don't feel it right now.
I want that one.
That pile of junk? Jeez. All right. Well, that thing barely moves. The heart's been a bit messed up recently. You gotta watch all the
The heart?
brackets.
They
The
don't
real
have
heart?
hearts.
With
No.
like hopes and dreams? That kind of art?
They've
Oh,
got black hearts. The despair and the hatred inside of it.
No, it's the hopes and dreams kind. Look at
I mean,
it.
that's
it's
your
red.
heart. It's not a Leviathan's heart. Oh, ain't got nothing. Big
I mean, I'll
sex
sell it to you
appeal.
if you really want it. It works mostly. It needs a little spick and span, I imagine. I'll sell it to you dirt cheap. Let's say, give me some. Let's see, hazelvine oil. I see you got that in your bags right now. I'll take that and some bone caps. Yeah. You give me some of those stuff, and I'll give you that chip over there.
Is this a good deal or not? I'm not good at the whole negotiation thing.
Seems like a good deal, and Issa's eyes are like wide, and she's walking up to him, and it's obviously completely enthralled by the
Yeah.
fact that this is a heart.
And this salesman, this Gauss salesman, will lean over towards you, Killhook. You don't really want that thing. It's rumored to, like, you can sometimes see it breathing or something like this.
Yeah, I wanted to feel the pain of me being inside of it.
And he'll kind
Yeah.
of like take a step back. All right, well, leave your goods there. I'll trade you the ship. Should be good for flying.
Pay the man his money.
It says like wandered off towards the ship.
I guess, you said bone caps. Yeah, I got bone caps. Yeah, what's it?
All right, the bone caps and the hazelvine oil that your partner there is running off with.
My wallet is in my other pants.
Yeah. And he'll cough, and a pair of sort of ironbound like step out from his little shop.
All right. Bone caps, oil. Yeah, it's the oil.
Aye. And the
Go back
ship
and give
is
me all.
yours. Currently nameless, you walk up to it. You see sort of the side of its rib cage has been opened up like a door, and you enter a smallish cargo hold, not an expanded cargo hold. And you can smell, Killhook, the butchery and the possibility in it. And Issa, you feel sort of the thrum of this nearly alive thing that you have entered, this possibility of hopes and dreams.
You smell that?
Eyes are wide. Oh,
You smell it, don't you?
It smells like life.
What? No, it smells like death. What?
No.
No, it distinctly smells like carcass.
No,
Yeah?
it smells like visceral reality and life
What?
and bone and muscle and sinew.
Have you been sniffing my spores again? What's wrong with you? It smells.
No,
No,
on
seriously.
purpose. You just get them everywhere.
What? It's just. You can smell it. It's quite clear. It smells like something died in here. Because it did. And more things are going there. Yeah. I guess it's like circle of life or something, Like life and death are like two sides of the same.
They are. Death is
kinda.
just a part of life. It's
The best part.
I don't know
And
what the
as you
equivalent of a
guys-
Pisces is in this universe, but he says this feels like a Pisces.
You're
I mean,
so
if you want it to
strange.
exist and exist, we decided in session 0 that this was Earth that developed up into the Verdant Sea, so that might still exist here. Maybe you read a book.
Wild.
Mm-hmm. And as you two, though in different parts of your now named Vomitorium, are remembering and reminiscing, this ship is getting closer and closer, coming with potential help, having seen your flag and your lights to try to request things. And Issa and Killhook, you remember finally getting the ship off the ground, getting it moving, but needing a little bit of help. You get to the nearest port, some little skip in the middle of the Verdant Sea with just a small population, in the middle of trade routes though, so you got a good amount of ships from other areas. And as you dismount and look around, you see an Ektus and a giant Ironbound that seemed to be maybe saying hello, maybe a little bit cheerier on one side while the other one ignores, or, how Flippyn, Piite, and Apotheosis, how do you guys think you would have been acting or been meeting and talking to each other as this Gao and Ketrak start walking towards you?
I think Flippin would be pretty happy, pretty optimistic seeing two people approach him and Apotheosis.
Apotheosis is just going to be aloof, like just looking around, seeing what's going on.
And I'll be like, come on, Apotheosis. Look.
What?
It's people.
Where?
Approaching us.
Okay.
Maybe they want something.
And I mean, you guys came here on a ship and kind of got left here. And not a lot of people have offered you new positions on a ship. Killhook, Apotheosis seems to have a very large hammer, I presume, Derek? Yeah. And it's, there's some vibes coming off of that cactus.
She's gonna go up to the cactus.
It was
And you know you need new crew. You know you need more people to keep this ship running. Like, your guys are barely keeping it as much as competent as you are. You feel like you need another set of hands.
You know,
it's like he has googly eyes, so every time he moves, his eyes are like.
You know, a hammer's just an axe that someone didn't take care of and sharpen. So if we bring you
Have you seen this thick? What?
I said a lot of axes that thick. Lots of them. Dozens of them. Hundreds.
You're thinking length, not thickness.
You're thick. In the head. Yeah.
He kisses his own bicep. Thank you.
For what? What?
I want you to know, Kipser, I had no idea what voice I was going to do until I literally spoke. So
I felt like
I have trapped myself in this. You want to know the inspiration? Dracula from Grim and Mandy.
Amazing.
Oh my god, that's great. Well, I wish you luck, Derek. This is probably going to be a longer campaign. Unless we don't like the system.
He'll narratively die when I get tired of it.
So, Issa, the cactus seems to be rotating their googly eyes at you. Vibing out.
His eyes are going like.
Someone needs to make an offer here, guys.
What is going on with you?
Oh, I have my eyes on you. Can't you see? And he's just like he's trying to keep his literal eyes on you. Like, you can't, it's like you can't keep them on you.
Do you want to see the world? We need some help seeing the world. Do you want to see the world?
Yeah, that sounds
Hey,
awesome.
cool.
Oh my god.
Hey, look. She yells over her shoulder.
What?
I think we got a job.
This guy doesn't sharpen his axes. Look at it. It's dull.
But you don't always need access for everything. Some
They
things
do.
don't need access.
It ain't how you supposed to cut something if you don't got sharp.
But maybe there are things you don't have to cut.
Name one thing.
I was gonna say cake, but you cut cake.
Yeah.
Some things don't need to be cut. You break them.
Name one thing you don't have to cut, and I'll give you a job.
No.
What? You keep blowing out your mic. You gotta let me back a little bit so we can hear you properly. An egg? You don't need to break an egg. Who doesn't break an egg? Why wouldn't you break an egg? How you supposed to...
You said
Oh,
cut.
goodness. Okay. Okay. I guess that's fair. Alright. Fair play is fair play. Alright.
And though not smoothly, you guys have created in this moment a crew of 4. Certain people get on a lot better than other people. And, you know, you've now been sailing together for a little while, and for some reason, Apotheosis, you can't shake this memory from your head and remembering, like, Killhook insulting your hammer. It's a potential rivalry that's been going on since. And you, next to the sort of the maw of the ship near this acid reflex. Okay, you're calling it a cannon. Do you imagine it to be a physical thing on the top, like maybe there's a tube that goes down into the stomach? Or how do you think the acid reflex would be? I was imagining it coming out of the actual bow of the ship, the mouth of the ship. And maybe you have got some way of triggering. Oh. We killed Derek.
I think
I
we
know.
should rethink
Oh,
the infrastructure, the organizational hierarchy
Mm-hmm.
of the Vomitorium. And I think at the bottom of that hierarchy, and by bottom, I mean, you know, off the ship entirely,
Oh, okay.
is Hammerface.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, well, it doesn't have to be Derek. How do you guys think that your Vomitorium spits up the acid reflux? Is it okay? Do you have a tube cannon from the stomach, or something else? Do you think?
Oh, man.
So we've got like that lamprey mouth, right?
Yes. For those that don't, the lamprey mouth is like a circle with a bunch of teeth going spiraling in the inside of it. So your guys are chawing through the canopy as you travel.
Do we want to put like, I don't know, some kind of gills or something on the side that like shoot out, you know, the acid
that'd
spray?
be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Or one of the fish that have the little light. Instead of a light, it's like an
like an
acid
angler?
spray that you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's a cool idea.
Because
Yeah.
you have chemical lighting as well, so maybe it's both.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. So Apotheosis is standing on the deck doing this as I guess Issa, you get to watch as this small ship. It's the same size as yours in terms of stakes, but has sort of a reef iron side, and you can see it has impellers, which is large jet-like outboard engines that are pushing its ship. So it's almost like bouncing as it moves towards you, which it accounts for all the speed. And you almost feel a sense of nostalgia as you stand on your deck with hope coming towards you. And a fellow with a long blue coat starts to be visible from your position. Are you going to call anybody else up, or are you going to remain standing on the deck by yourself?
I'm
Sort
gonna
of.
go down to Killhook.
You're going to go down to the butchery?
Yeah.
Okay. So we now do only have Derek on deck for when the ship
You can always
comes to
just
meet you.
call me up, or I could say I'm stumbling up if you
Oh
want.
yeah, no. Either way, I wanted to
Coded in
get
gore.
you is my point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one. Hey, what's going on up here?
Listen, I know how you sometimes say that I don't like safety as much as I like stories, and
I say that. That's
you've
wisdom.
said that to me a couple of times. But anyway, there's a ship over there and a guy that looks interesting that I kind of want to talk to.
What is he?
So, is there any way
Kill-
we can like assess the ship in terms of its like armaments or something like that relative to us? Like, does it look threatening?
Yeah.
Study. I have a Pippin sense and a Pippin study.
Okay, so sense or study. Sense would be your. Oh, you're looking at your skills. I'm tempted to take sense. That's your insight and intuition over study, unless you had like a spyglass. I think study would make sense with a spyglass, but that is a resource you can look for on your next port of call. For I'd say sense. Do you have an idea of which edge you would be using for this?
1 second.
Do you have sharps? Is that one of yours?
I do have sharps, yeah.
Okay, I think
So
sharps would be
sharps or
good.
instincts?
Sharps. Yeah, I would take instincts or sharps. I think both of them would work with this. And then
Either way, it's a 2d6.
yes, and I am going to cut you 1 on this one because it is traveling quickly towards you, bouncing, and it's hard to get a bit of a look at this. So it's going to be a cut of 1.
Okay. That's a total of 7. 4 and 3.
A 4 and a 3. So you're cutting the top one, which is your 4, which leaves you only with the 3. And with the 3, that's unfortunately a failure. So Issa, as far as you're concerned, using kind of a sense of what this ship is, looking at the reef iron of it, and clearly they're coming to help you in friendly terms.
This
is
really friendly, Killer. I think we should
you
just
hear
talk
drums on the sort of the you hear drums on the waves and the winds, and you're like, they're gonna play music for us. This is gonna be great.
It's going to be wonderful. You know how I love making new friends.
Flippin, we'll say you've wandered up from, and with a tea in your hands, kind of following Killhook as he dropped bloody steps on his way past you up to the upper deck.
Oh, hey, man. Made a mess there.
Where? What? It's not a mess, I told you. It's a butchery. What's wrong with you?
All right. And he's just like, you want some tea? It's freshly brewed.
Yeah, maybe. I could go for a cup. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
One.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh.
We've got new friends again. You know who it is. He's always bringing new friends on. Every time she gets new friends, I gotta butcher something. So I guess that's okay. That's right. I sort of stopped talking to you in the middle of that conversation. Sort of talking to myself, so don't take it personally.
No problem. How many sugars do you want in your tea? 1 or 2?
4.
Nope.
Do we lose Jeff?
I hope not, but it does look like. Oh,
I'm here.
4. Okay.
It's okay.
Are
It's
you-
everything's
okay.
fine. I want 4 sugars.
All right, 4 sugars. And he's just going to drop 1, 2, 3, 4.
One more. Give me one more.
Here you go, buddy. And he hands it to you.
He just like takes a big fungal meaty palm, just pats you on the back, maybe stabs himself with some of the spines. But
Hey,
you
man,
are
watch
coated in viscera, like just scorpion viscera all over you right now. Feels good, you know, warm, like aloe vera, you know, sort of. Yeah.
Isn't aloe vera cut up cactus juices in a way?
No, that's what I said. It
Okay,
ain't funny.
okay. I just confirming.
It's kind of like if I were to punch you, or if I was like to butcher you, Pete. Not that I will.
Okay.
I don't butcher my
So
friends.
as
being
Killhook,
covered in someone else's blood is what I think.
yeah,
Flippin' Pete, he's just taking everything in strides. He's just like,
yeah.
this will go. This will
Pete,
get out.
you do get he does point out the ship to you.
Yeah, you all are aware of the ship. It's not being stealthy right now, and the engine is roaring like a jet engine. It's quite loud, but it is also very quick. And as it kind of like skids to a stop and for a ship drifts until it sides you, maybe bumps a little bit, so you guys are shook on your deck, losing some footing here and there. A rather tall Ardent wearing this long blue overcoat with orange on the inside and a long, tall purple blue scarf around his face and kind of dragging like a cape on both sides of him. He's got a rather large, jagged bone jerry saw, clearly maybe a hunter of some kind or somebody who cuts woods, but it's a friend. It's a friend. And he kind of yells, "Your mates, you need a hand? What'd you raise the flag for support here? You stuck in the water? Alright, sorry, you stuck in the canopy. Don't know what water is other than what you drink it. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, we're stuck in the branches.
Aye, alright. You happen to know what's wrong? Anyone remember the summary when I told you what was wrong?
We need a brace for our pulmonary artery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hearts. Our heart needs a
Aye.
brace.
I got a fair number of sizes of brace. We've come into a few halls recently. It's a mighty fine ship you have here.
Yeah, we call it the Vomit, and Flippin' Piece just gonna caress the, I don't know, like the I want to say the railing or something. I don't know if our ship has the railing. It's just like
You can have a railing.
It's a good ship. It's just gonna.
It's a good ship, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And he looks over, and then he looks back, and you see sort of a crew, a mixture of more Ardents and maybe some Gao and some maybe some Ektus as well. So you see a good mixture of Ektus, Gao, and Ardent on this ship. And he'll kind of give a side eye, and you watch as one of the Ektus scurries down before coming up with a bag that he opens and shows his captain. Aye, looks like we've got braces of all size we've recently collected from about. What you doing in these waters anyway? You seem
Before we answer, can I just do a vibe check on this guy? I want to see if he says the same red flags that my theory does. And I wonder if I might give you a sense and instinct.
Yeah, so you can do a sense and an instinct. Now, because you kind of failed your roll earlier, I am going to cut one again here for you, because you're believing them to be friendly.
That makes tons of sense. 4 and 4 this time, but one of them is...
Yeah, so you're going to roll 4 dice, and then you cut the highest one and tell me your next highest.
Oh, I rolled 4 dice?
Well, sorry, how much?
2 dice.
Oh, 2 dice. I apologize. You have a sense of 1 as well?
Yeah. So
Okay, then
4
yes,
and
2 dice.
4 is what I rolled.
4 and 4?
Yeah.
That is a success with some issues. So, with your success... Oh, wait, you rolled 2 4... but I cut one of them, because it
You
would have been a
cut
twist
one of them.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Would have been our first twist. So, success. You sense this guy is really interested in your ship in a way that maybe, you don't want him to be, because he's interested in having your ship. With the failure being that I'm going to say him and about 5 of his crew jumped the railing, and they're now on your side.
I'll say to Killock, this guy seems off. Thought he was friendly, but I don't think he's friendly.
No one is friendly.
No,
Hold on.
everyone is friendly until they prove otherwise. And this person is not.
Okay, there's people on the ship.
I'm happy to be friendly. I just thinking maybe this ship could do with a new owner that takes better care of it.
Why would you want to take care of it? It's a filthy, awful ship of death. And anyone who steps on it without permission shall reach that death quite quickly.
Oh.
He's covered
All
in
right.
gore. I want to...
That is true. So you're making some sort of intimidation check. What do you
Sure.
think? What edge and what sense? What edge and what skill or language would you be looking at fishing up here? And I'm going to make a quick track. We'll say we'll call it the Marauder track, and our goal here is either in. You've got 4 pips on this track, so we'll just see if you can either convince them to leave by a variety of means. So yes.
Okay, so I was going to say edges, teeth, which is savagery, passion, and destruction.
That makes sense to me.
In terms of skills, probably outwit. Maybe I'm trying to make us seem more threatening than maybe we appear right now. Considering our state. So maybe I'm puffing my chest up a little bit more than something like that.
Okay, I like that. And you are covered in blood and gore right now, so no cut for this one. I'm actually going to say, because of how you described the butchery, you're going to have an impact. So if you roll a success, you'll get 2 successes instead of 1.
Ooh.
Nice. All right, so it's looking like 2 dice. So 2... And here we go. That's a 6 try.
Triumph. All right.
Tuesday.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Yes.
I've given Jeff D6s on a Tuesday.
Keep giving me
again.
D6s. Just keep giving me D6s.
I need to oh no.
The luck continues. The luck continues.
So, Killhook, as you kind of menace and glower at this fellow and imply a threat, he kind of steps back a bit. You can tell he's not used to hearing no or getting pushed back. He's used to being the intimidating force here. But you are drenched in gore. And he takes you in properly. Maybe he thought you were just covered in oil or something else earlier, but he realizes that this is a gored Gao. All right. Well, maybe some of you can join the crew and still live on the ship. Does anybody else have an action that they would like to take to either convince this guy to leave you the brace and back off, or anything like that?
I got an idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
You have a track, so you guys can all do you'll have an opportunity. Go for it, Alex.
So, Flippin' Pete,
Mhm.
he's just an optimistic guy, He doesn't see anything wrong in this world. He legitimately doesn't understand that these guys are trying to he's basically trying to steal the boat from them. So he's just like, hey man. So he's just gonna be like, hey man, you seem pretty like stressed out. Let me like make you some tea, some of the good stuff, you know. And I want to like concoct like a tea where like it's kind of psychedelic, but like I want to make him like, this is me trying to be a good friend, but like me being a good friend, not knowing that my friend's tolerance isn't the same as mine.
Okay,
so I'm just gonna
sure.
be like, I give him double the dosage of what I would usually do for myself.
What are your resources for making tea?
Oh, well, he has, I believe on his person and his resources, he has a blackened brew pot to use to make the tea in.
Okay.
And
high tower tea leaves. Okay.
Yeah, he has high tower tea leaves.
Great.
And I want to say that,
then I think you can do this with advantage, considering you have proper tea leaves and a proper pot. What edge and what skill or language do you think you would be using?
So I think I have Tides, which has exploration, learning, lore. So like lore would be like the proper way how to brew it, and then there's like I want to say at least in like real world like examples, like there have been psychedelic like teas and like things like that that has been like used in like rituals and things like that. So like he's pulling shit from that, you know. And then I was thinking either like concoct, because it's like
concoct. Yes, I would absolutely accept concoct.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what you are going to do. I would like you to have how many points in concoct do you have?
I have one.
So you got 2 dice. And then I am going to say your resources will give you a advantage, which is going to give you you have the brew pot and the high tea. I'm going to give you an additional 2d6 for this roll. So you're going to roll 4d6. However, I'm going to cut your highest roll because this is a pirate who is not a marauder who isn't necessarily trusting. So you get 4 dice, but I'm cutting the top one.
All right. So I just like on the skill sheet, I would just mark up like.
Oh, no, just, you just need to, if you click on the little leaf, which you did, click the ADV 4 times, and it'll just roll you 4 dice.
Oh, okay. 1.
Yeah, it's literally, you just click it.
Oops.
We're learning alchemy. Okay, so your 6 unfortunately gets cut because it's your highest roll, and then you have a 5, a 3, and a 2. So the 5 is your highest, which is success with a drawback. So he'll take your tea and he'll kind of like look at you weirdly because he's gone from extreme violence to extreme like, yo, dude. Vibes, and he'll give it a sip, and you can kind of watch as he blinks a little bit, and the track is going up by 1. The drawback is he can take the amount of hallucinogenics. So you can feel him like impressed almost by like the strength of your tea instead of having him mentally affected, which he'll like, all right, this is not a bad trade for a brace. And Apotheosis, you had an action as well that you wanted to take.
I feel like mine was also in the vein of extreme violence to get them to back off, but maybe because I don't have social skills. So is the tea enough to like stop their assumption that they can commandeer?
They're at 3. They're almost convinced. So you need to either do an action. Yeah, you could do another intimidation to try to like shoo them back to their ship. You could do an action to like ensure that you get the brace. If you want to like put a hand out and just like steel arm that to make sure they actually do give you the piece that you need to get your ship going again. You could try and work with Issa maybe to convince them to, because you guys don't know where you are. You could see if they can point you in the direction while they're kind of friendly to you of the nearest piece of land of some kind, nearest port.
In the the way that I'm thinking of this is that I'm trying to play to my strengths, because one of my I think what is it, characteristics, or no, sorry, hold on, this is on a separate page.
It's okay. New system, who dis?
Aspects. So because one of my aspects is Titanic, so like I'm a massive dude.
Yes.
So okay, maybe I won't be like overtly hostile toward them, but like I want to display casually in front of everybody like that I could smash any of them into pieces. So I'm assuming we have like a really big and like heavy barrel, as pirate ships often do, that just store random stuff. I'm going to assume that there's one that's fairly empty or not important, and he'll just make like Apotheosis will just pretend like he's getting bored by the interaction, and he'll just like lob the barrel up and then just smash it with the hammer as hard as he can into like the smallest pieces. Because with my Titanic, I was going to rely on my teeth and then my break skill for demolish as just a show of force. And I'll try to pick a barrel that's like the size of them to show like you're nothing to me.
Okay. So absolutely, we can try this. What edge do you think this would suit you for?
Teeth.
Yeah, that would work. Destruction, and then did you have a skill that you thought would work well for this one?
Break for demolish, which I have 2 points in.
Okay.
And then I don't know if Titanic buys me anything else.
Yeah, I would say Titanic is going to give you a advantage in this. So I'm going to give you an additional 1 dice for this.
So then the total is it?
So you had 1 in your you have 1 for your edge.
Yep.
And your break has 1 or 2 pips.
2.
2. So 3 and then 4 for the additional advantage. So just click the roller 4 times.
Right. Just wanted to make sure. So yeah, he'll yawn, act like he's getting bored, he'll lob the barrel up, and he's going to hit it out over the sea. I guess we can still call it that, right?
Yes. It is still the Verdant Sea. It's just not water. Okay. Sorry, there we go. I'm just, let's take a look here. So we have a 5, 3, 4, 2, no duplicates. So the 5 is a success with conflict. And you kind of like watch them or walk over, grab this barrel, throw it up and smash it. And you get everybody on deck's attention as they watch you. And the pirate captain, the marauder will kind of...
Look at that! And that's all he's going to do. Let me guess, it cut me out.
What would be a good drawback here for this? Clearly, this is going to work. This is a success.
They get splinters in their eyes.
No, it's a drawback for you. So you're going to get splinters in your joints. So you find moving a little bit harder for let's say just like a splinter track of 2, and just until you get the splinters out, your movement is a little impaired. It's probably not going to come up, and you'll probably get them out quickly, especially when Killhook helps you de-splinter, like Spike in that one episode of Angel. All right, so you guys watch.
The actual healer. So
yeah. So the marauder will kind of like look at you all. All right, so some dirty ship, and you're not willing to part with it without some minor violence, it seems here. All right, so, and he'll look at Flippyn, Pitte. What do you have on your person to trade for this brace, then? The tea's good, but it's not a resource. Don't forget to unmute Alex.
So he's gonna check his jacket. And he's like, I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, let me check what I have, and he's gonna look through his resources.
Mm-hmm.
Googly eyes, moving about.
You could give them. You have a dusty chart,
Dusty chart.
or you can give them a whisper as well.
Ooh.
So for those new to the system, whispers are words that you would say aloud that then affect the reality around you in some way.
No, I'm gonna give him this chart, and I'm gonna tell him, "Oh, I got this chart. I think it leads to something." And he's gonna
All right.
I'll furl it and hand it to him.
So
Here you
he
go.
will trade you, and you can add to this would switch it to salvage a bag of braces, and it comes in a variety of sizes. So you can use that to trade at your next port, and he will remove the dusty chart from your inventory. Pleasure doing business with you. Now, make sure you get out of these here verdant areas before bad things happen to you. This is our area here. Jackalbone territory. So you best be off further away than this. And he and his crew will kind of hop back over. You can't blame a man for, trying to increase his fleet here and there.
Yes, I can.
Before the jet engine propulsion starts up again, and you just see him kind of like zip off with his crew.
Bye, friend.
You have a brace, you have a bag of braces, so you have new salvage that you can use for trading somewhere in port, but one of those should fit your heart, and it won't deduct from the rest of the bag.
I believe, do we need to use a specific skill or anything to correctly put in the brace, or is it just like Lego piece?
I wouldn't mind a roll, but I don't believe any of you guys have the rattle skill. No.
Rattle skill. Nope.
No. Okay. I would take, you know what? It is a heart. Somebody here is a hunter. It's a human organ. Sorry, not. It's a
that's
Leviathan
me.
organ.
She's talking about me.
And if somebody has like a relevant skill other than that they think they would like to argue for, I'm happy to hear it. But it is a heart. I would take a. You have. Yeah, I guess hunt of your skills would be best. Yeah.
There's also sense. Sense could technically work because it's got intuit, and if there's other valves or other veins or aortas that have bands.
I've got sense too.
Sense and study are the two that I have that
Ooh,
I can support.
study. I would take study. Sense. I'm not convinced by sense, but I definitely would take study, and I would definitely take hunt.
Can I support then?
Sure. We'll say if Issa and Kilhook work together, one of you guys can have an additional D6 on this roll, depending on whoever does it.
Jeff.
All right.
should roll.
Okay. I've got grace as my edge. I'm very graceful, as you all can tell, with that apply precision. Yeah? Is that okay? So that's applicable.
Yeah,
So
I'll take that.
So hunt, I have 2 pips in hunt. So does that give me 2 dice?
2 pips in hunt. That is 2 dice. It's 1. Yes.
So plus grace.
So you get
3,
1 from your edge,
plus
2
Issa.
from your skill, and 1 for Issa giving you a hand via study.
All right, and I don't think my butchery kit would apply in this case. So, yeah. Okay. So 4, I think it sounds like.
Yes, please.
All right.
Let's go. Oh, I'm okay. It's okay. Got the 4th.
Okay, so you guys work together to get this brace onto the valve, or the artery, to brace it in, connect it into the tube that allows the Leviathan body of some kind that you are currently using as a ship to start. It feels like it's breathing, maybe. And you guys can kind of see that the sort of the wave of veins, that kind of varicose veins that appear every now and again when the light shines just right. You can see them starting to pulse, and there's movement in the liquid again as the heart reconnects. And you feel the eyes. Do you guys think your ship has eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a lamprey, though. It's got a lamprey mouth.
Yeah.
Lamprey
Are we going more lamprey, or are we going...
Wait, a lamprey doesn't have eyes?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think so. I could be wrong.
I think a lot of the deep sea stuff, not so much. Okay.
Maybe.
So you
Well, if
you
like they
feel
were
the
doing
maw open.
if we're doing the angler thing at
Yeah.
some point, maybe there's like one big eye somewhere that occasionally opens up.
You feel like your ship is waking up, and maybe there's this one eye, bright yellow, no pupil, that opens briefly, as if to look around and assess if there's anything to eat around before the maw opens, and you can feel it starting to be able to move again. Now, we need a direction, and you have a navigator who can make that kind of roll.
Who is currently on her knees and just like in love with it becoming alive this way.
Somebody needs to pull your navigator away from worshiping the Leviathan
Which
heart
is
that you've
what
just
she's
got
doing
working.
right now.
What are you're worshipping the thing. It's an evil creature. It kills everything it comes in contact with.
But
And you're worshipping
it
it.
hasn't killed any of us.
Because someone else killed it first. We've just got its remains. This is just the viscera left over.
No,
It's just
it's fine.
It's really not. It's an evil,
it is.
cruel-hearted thing. Okay,
We're
we're
that's you
We're gonna
cannot
have serious
have an
disagreements
evil, cruel
here.
heart. You can just do evil.
It's a
cruel
Leviathan! Why? What?
things. I'd like to think this is an argument that
Oh,
we
for sure.
had,
Like,
extensively and repeatedly.
your
So-
entire relationship has been this juxtaposition of ideas and viewpoints, and yet the closest of friends for some reason, somehow.
I would like to think
Googly
Killer
eyes.
just
And Dolax over there to deal with. They're the best one I can talk to.
Oh, man. All right.
friendship out of necessity.
Yeah. Friendship out of no other options.
I feel like
all
Killhook
right.
has high blood pressure, except he's from the circumvented avenue.
All the
I feel like he's got some
High
big time
spore
hypertension.
pressure.
Yeah.
More
But,
spores start to come
yeah,
out of you when you're
I'll,
feeling stressed.
I'll do my thing that Kiluk has seen me do much times, which is to get real low and like slink like in my jelly form like under a door and go up. Just to
Yeah.
make things quicker and easier.
So you watch as Issa just like full on slips under a barely open like crack between the floor and the door of the room that you're in, where the Leviathan heart resides, all the way back up to the deck around the helm as Issa takes it, and you have I believe, there we go, a reading of passage trait. When you have a chance
Sure
to
do.
read the stars while journeying, and let's say it's now starting to be dusk, as this has been the end of another long day So the stars are just starting to peek out. While journeying, you may consume a whisper to predict a future encounter, or you gain a... So I'm happy to take that as a prediction for a direction to go, or you can just do a straight up vibes-based navigation. I believe you do have Outwit, Sense, Study, Sway, Vault. Yeah, I would take your Sense for this one. I feel you are a vibes-based navigator.
Let's do reading of passage because it'll be the first I'm doing one of these.
Sure. Okay. And we're using it a little bit different than we would, but I think it works because it's fun and rule of cool.
Yeah. So just to let people know, it's a 3-track trait. When you have a chance to read the stars while journeying, you may consume a whisper to predict a future encounter. You gain a 1d6 advantage on interactions with the subject of the prediction. And we're modifying that to be a heading for traveling rather than like a specific encounter.
In this instance, yes. You can, of course, use it in encounters as well.
Yeah.
And I would say, if you're all right with this, this would consume one of your... Okay, we're going to have to determine, I believe your whispers are, or your resources.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was supposed to add and I had a hard time with.
That's okay. We'll negate it in the future.
Sounds
so
good
it
to me.
consumes this whisper that is a concept in your mind that doesn't quite exist, and it fills in one track. And in your mind's eye, looking at the stars as if they're a movie screen, you see a little port, and like it's almost like the stars are creating a perfect line for you, and you have a heading as long as you follow this line of stars that appears and realigns themselves just for you, and you're the only one that can, of course, see this.
And so she'll kind of point in the general direction, and that's where we need to go.
Okay. No explanation needed, as she takes the helm and starts to drive you guys there.
I feel like you all know Ace's wife and how she navigates with the stars and the entire woo-woo of it all.
Probably. But easy enough. You kind of follow the stars from dusk until dawn of the next day when, who do you guys think would have been on watch while Issa was at the helm?
Gilliquid. Yeah.
Gilliquid?
You guys want to dedicate me to watch? I think Apotheosis also does not need sleep or breathe, so you can just do like
nice.
all-time watch.
Nice.
All right. So Apotheosis, we're not going to roll this time, but there's journeying mechanics that we'll get into in the future. But you don't see the stars aligning for you. You hear Issa talking about them making a line and showing her the way and all this stuff. You don't see any of that. You look up at the sky and you see lights, I guess. However, at dawn, as she is following this path, you do see a bit of darkness on the horizon, something that you would recognize as the potential of land, of a rock, of a bone, of a spit, of something that's been risen up that would allow you port. Call it out to the team or just wait and watch?
No, I'm definitely calling it out to the team, and I am going to ask if we should make port.
What does the rest of the crew think?
Yeah.
Why not?
Resupply and all that, you know. Being up more leads, something to do. places to go kill things. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I think we need more spices too. Our spice rack is running low.
Yeah.
That too.
And-
Definitely need more spices. Sugar.
And Killhook, leading from your earlier role, as you kind of come out on deck to look at this bit of land in the distance, you look to the side just from the periphery, just for a moment of however you see sort of the jumping, graceful form of a pinwolf, followed by a few others as they work in packs before they disappear under. And Flippyn, Piite, and Apotheosis, blah, 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 blah. Apotheosis, Derek, this is a name that is going to trip both of us up over time, as you guys can see, like, the scraps of paper that were thrown around the canopy are full-on pages sometimes now, and they do seem to all be coming from maybe around this area in some way. And as you guys get closer, you realize this is a spit, and it looks like it's the carcass of another Leviathan, much, much, much larger than yours, stuck on its side, its rib cage kind of sideways, and seems to have calcified on top in an almost like a ceramic or a dirt rock kind of way. Almost fossil-like. But you can see that through specks in the rib cage, there seems to be a lot of people working in the middle part of it. Like they've made it into some sort of cavern that they're doing something in. And the head of whatever this is cracked around sideways around on its spine so that it's on top of its rib cage now in a very unnatural angle. You're not sure how this died, but it's been dead for a very long time, and this skull has bits of smoke coming out of it through its eye holes. Something a little bit frightening on the WILDSEA, because you know smoke means fire most often, and that is one of the greatest fears of all wild sailors. But as you come in, bottom section of this creature, it appears to be a port through the tail. A little nubby tail, not a long, elegant one, whatever this was. If anybody would like to do an animal roll, I can tell you what it is. If they can come up with what they believe an argument would be for it. But there's a little port, and you see pretty much no ships on this port right now. There's even from this distance, you can see a bunch of Ardent and Ironbound and I believe Gao walking around, and they are got bags of fruit. You see markets, lively markets. You see kind of like several rather large shops. This is a spit, but it's clearly quite populated.
Where did you say the smoke was?
From the skull that's been like cracked around the spine so that it's laying on top of the rib cage that's kind of got this fossil calcification on top of it.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys get closer to what you perceive to be the port, you see just a gruff-looking Ardent kind of standing there with a clipboard, motioning at an empty space where you guys could dock. The waves and branches and leaves rustling in the wind around you, and you see a few ships in port with huge saws in their prow, already docked. Sort of the low buildings of scavenged materials, ship hulls, rough-hewn planks, and stretched canvas buildings all around this place, made with colorful, wet-painted murals. There's Ardent's Cello Cray and Ironbound citizens going through their business, and I guess you guys are just coming into the dock. And
Apotheosis, you're on the deck with Isa, are you not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you watch as we pull in. Isa will bend down and put a hand on the deck and Can I get like really upset for a second?
Mhm.
Oh,
Everything
it's in
okay?
pain. It's in pain. Something is happening.
What's in pain?
The heart. The
Okay.
heart's in pain.
Like heartburn?
I'll take us in the port. Can you go look?
Sure.
And she really looks like quite panicked.
I guess Apotheosis will go down to the engine room.
As you get down there, the heart does look fine. It looks as well as it did when you fixed it, not 12 hours ago.
I'm assuming that this heart is like fairly sturdy.
Yes, so this is a probably 8-foot long heart, and it sort of vibrates and pulses. You're not sure how it continues to beat, how your ship continues to live and not live at the same time. And it is, as Killhook keeps saying, black, and it drips with gunk of some kind. Maybe this is Leviathan blood. Maybe this is some sort of substance outside of that allows it to work. But even though it is a dark heart, Issa strongly, and maybe even Flippin, up to him or not, believes that this is enough to allow this ship Leviathan to dream for you, to move through this space for you.
Okay. Then Apotheosis is just going to do that thing that guys do sometimes when they're walking past a vehicle and just give the tire a small little kick. And he's just going to do that with the heart and then just walk back out and be like, it's fine!
Killhook, Flippin, and Issa, suddenly the whole ship kind of vibrates a little bit. Apotheosis, you don't notice a thing. For some reason, unknown reason, it kind of like, there's a shudder and a vibration throughout the entire ship suddenly.
It's fine.
Dude, who's kicking the ship?
Pumping.
You guys do probably recognize this as somebody having, like, there's a good chance that Apotheosis has done this before, and whomever is in the engine room doesn't feel it echoing out throughout the rest of the ship when it happens.
Killhook will like pull out one of his cleavers and just like kind of like hack into like the deck or somewhere nearby.
I quit your warning.
And with that, it's like you manage to navigate to the port. You know that you can just go down into the cargo bay, and it will open from the side to allow you to descend onto this deck. As you see this sort of that gruff, ardent man standing there, he's got, even from this distance, you can see some serious scarring on his hands. You don't know what caused it, but there's this white lines throughout entire flesh of his hands, and he has a let me see here, a very bristling beard. That's the other thing of his appearance. He's got a very big beard. All right, time for inspection. We're here for illegal goods. Are you dismounting? How long are you staying in port? What's the name of the ship?
What? Okay, too many questions at once. Vomitorium, what would technically be illegal in your neck of the woods, so to speak?
This is a random inspection. You have no choice in this, and you can see a.
I didn't deny it. I just asked a clarifying question. I just asked a clarifying question. So I did.
Well, we're looking for specific material. We'll see if it is on your ship. And you see like a cello.
What kind of material are you looking for?
It's Kreisbrand, isn't it?
We'll not have you hiding it if it is on your ship.
Okay, you gotta tell us what it is, because we could find it for you if it's on it, and we could assist you in navigating the Vomitorium.
Jeff, do you have like a persuasion of some kind that you would like to try to build around this?
I do have like outwit or something. Let me see. Yeah, I've got outwit somewhere, I think. Yeah, I got outwit.
Okay.
I can do instinct. So for like intuition,
Yeah.
sense, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then I don't really think I have anything resources wise that would actually help me in this case. So really just the two.
Okay. And this is going to get cut for reasons that you will find out as you explore the port.
Okay. All right. 1, 2.
All right.
All right. 6 and a 4.
Too bad. That 6 gets cut, leaving you with a 4. Success with a downside. So he's got a Chelicray and an Ironbound that kind of appear behind him, and he will go, we're looking for books, all right? We're looking for specific books, and if you have them, it'll tell us that you had something to do with our missing ship, the One-Armed Scissor. We're here for inspection. If you're marauders, we're going to find out now, as you'll have that information on us. So it's success. He tells you, however, conflict, he is going to push in and ignore kind of kill hooks saying we can help him in a way to just start kind of ramshackling and turning over boxes to check for your for books, which I don't actually think any of you guys picked that up as resources at all. You got some charts, but okay. So you watch as this man, not even having introduced himself, pushes through, and he goes, hey. And after maybe about 30 minutes, they don't necessarily let you debark until they get there. He'll kind of tug at his bandana and go, all right, you guys, you're clean. And yet you can still see there's tension in his eyes and like a frown. There's clearly something that's happening here. All right, welcome to Three Masks. You may disembark. We're missing a ship. Has anyone on this crew seen the One-Armed Scissor out on the Verdant recently?
Can you describe it?
It is a ship. It's got a lot of books. It's got reef iron and broadwood hull, as well as a long jaw and gapping array sort of bite with a compressor engine, chemical compressor engine.
Oh, okay. That does not match
You guys
the
haven't seen
description.
it.
Yeah, okay. No,
Close,
haven't
but
seen
not
it.
quite. And you kind of hear him grumble. All right, yeah. Welcome to Three Masks. We are going to be working on some of our literary festivals, so you can kind of, and he peers behind him, and you can hear sort of the sounds of Lowstower, Konthic, and Knock being yelled out as you see people in 3 people groups with masks and yelling different languages, and they seem to be doing like dramatized readings or sort of play work. And they rotate around in these tight spaces. Otherwise, you wild sailors always like Pulaski's. I would recommend that. You can also check the Shattered Socket if you happen to need a little smoke. If you want to kind of pull your track back from having used it to see the stars, probably the Smokehouse is a good place to do that. And then we got the Overlook House, which is a Chartaika which for those on the WILDSEA, this is a very important building. It is a building that you would find charts at, which are charts of the lifeblood of travel documents that record the location, spits and islands, hazards, and trade routes. They're often kept in locked navigation cabinets on ships, but you can often trade them in buildings like these. And you guys don't know where you are right now. So it would be a good place to visit as well, as he points at something called the Overlook House. You probably... There's a Chelicray called Karsha, and working in the mushroom farms below. He'd appreciate any sailors that come talk to him, you know? But, yeah, the recent root quake caused some issues. So, welcome to Three Masks. And he kind of, like, repeats it again and waves behind him at this... a litany of different kind of buildings and theater and art and color. But also you do see a lot of people covered in dirt and clearly, like, working down below in some sort of mushroom hut. Yeah. All right. Well, my name is Makis. Amen. If you need help, I'm the dock overseer. And I'll be, well, here to watch your ship. Will you look around anyway? And he kind of like dismisses you a little bit after that. And sorry, the notable places that he mentioned was Pulaski's, which he pointed over at, which appears to be some sort of hub area. A Overlook House, which he said was a Carteca, which is a chart building, a place where you can get charts. And then he mentioned the Shattered Socket as being a place that wild sailors like to go, just to reiterate. But we will find out what you guys want to explore and everybody you want to talk to, though a little bit early today, next time on the WILDSEA, as we have now introduced our characters and done a fun little event with some marauders and sailed to a bit of land, a dead carcass in the middle of the sea that's been pushed up and fossilized.
The only good
Yeah,
Leviathan
new system.
is a
Yes.
dead Leviathan.
It's a dead Leviathan. It's a much
even-
larger Leviathan than your
Yeah.
Leviathan.
What color is it?
It's fossilized, so it's mostly going to be like a gray dirt on top, but below you can almost, like, now that you're standing on it, you can smell like this scent of wet, real dirt and maybe like rot. Something that Killhook would be very familiar, like an internal rot that they're using for fertilizer and things that are growing on it, because rot... it's great for things to, like, mushrooms to grow on, as you would know.
Fine vintage.
It smells like it would taste wonderful for you, Killhook.
Nice.
You guys-
Yeah, he doesn't actually like eat a lot of the meat. He just likes to just, you know, he just likes to butcher things for fun.
Perfectly
Well, to
normal
be fair,
behavior.
His butchering would give you guys specimens, which is excellent trade material.
Yeah.
Which is why you probably put up with it.
Man, this mortal needs trait or aspect is coming in clutch. I don't have to smell, eat, drink, sleep, breathe, nothing. I can just
Yeah.
be an automaton.
You are a proper undead Ironbound ship.
Hey, that's nice.
All right.
They're coming to get you, ship,
Jeff.
sir.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll mute.
Uh-oh.
Jeff, do you want to...
Yeah, let's do some plugs. Maitre, where are we finding you on the interwebs?
Mitre plays games on YouTube where it makes system agnostic or multi-system tabletop content that centers the human play experience.
Cool. And as for the rest of us, first of all, let's say thank you to a couple raids we got tonight. We got DM Towsy Presents. We got Top Down Tabletop. Thank you so much for those raids. If you haven't checked out their channels, make sure you do.
Thank you.
In terms of us, next game we have on the docket is Thursday. We got some Legend of the Mist. We are getting to the end. I'm not sure if that'll be the season finale, but we're really close, 1 or 2 episodes away probably. Then Saturday this week, we've got Call of Cthulhu. It's a year-plus long campaign, nearly coming to an end. Eternal Lies is very, very close to the end. And then I think Sunday night we should have Conan ready to go if I can edit fast enough. But it should be Sunday night. And yeah, that's what we got. Right? So we will pay the raids forward by raiding somebody else. That will be a surprise for you. But that's it for us. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Yep.